Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a sequel to my previous video about The Undertaker being inducted in the Hall of Fame. And again, he deserves it. Undertaker deserves being part of the Hall of Fame. He's no doubt one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Probably, in my opinion, my favorite, probably the best. No doubt about it. After many years, after 30 years, like multiple decades of being part of WWE, being loyal, and also entertaining many people, including me, the guy should be in the Hall of Fame. And I think, and this is my opinion. I think people might agree with this too. I think he should be the only inductee of the Hall of Fame of class of 2022. Why? Because multiple reasons. One, um, Undertaker has been that loyal and plus that great of a wrestler and that great of a character. I understand that, yes, WWE wanted to make this seem like, oh, nobody's bigger than WWE. But, like, in some cases, that is the case, you know? Undertaker being the only inductee would actually help because it's also because for another reasons too, because of him being that much of an icon. Why not? You know. Second reason, because the problem is like when you have a lot of multiple inductees, like when you have multiple people being in the Hall of Fame, it takes away, and that's like the problem when you have multiple inductees. Like especially let's say if you induct my problem with like last year or whatever, because you induct like if anything like I love Rob Van Dam, right? I wouldn't mind him being like a headliner, but like when you have him and Kane, you know, it takes away from them. Like you're making one person more special than the other. You know, like if that's kind of the sad part of the Hall of Fame. You make one person, when he's the headliner, more important than the other person. Well, it should be everybody who's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame important. You know, that's the sad part about the induction of when you do a Hall of Fame nowadays, especially with WWE. Like they don't really induct just one person. And that's kind of also the thing I think. Like I don't mind having just one person be inducted in the Hall of Fame. I think like why not like just one person if they really deserve it. Like I don't mind sure multiple people. It's just like it takes away from that, especially like people who are former WWE champions. Like I remember 2013 when they did the Hall of Fame. Mick Foley was not viewed as important as Bruno Sammartino. It's just like a side, you know. I think everybody should matter if they're gonna be in the Hall of Fame, you know. That's why I'm their favorite. Like why not just have one? And plus, it leaves like look at if let's say you induct multiple people, like and also there was rumors they're gonna induct Jeff Hardy in the Hall of Fame. Undertaker being in the Hall of Fame would take away Jeff Hardy. Like if anything, Jeff Hardy would be good as a headliner himself, or just a one Hall of Fame as well. That's why it would be good. Like why not just save like you know why not just do one induction? I'm kind of a fan idea. 3, because the scheduling. Because WrestleMania will be 2 nights again this year. Like well, how are you gonna fit the schedule of having a Hall of Fame? You know what I mean? If anything, I would love the idea of why not. And I don't think they should do it on a Tuesday or Thursday. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't or I mean Tuesdays or NXT's on Tuesdays or whatever, which regardless what day. I don't think they should do a Hall of Fame on any weekday. I again I'm a traditionalist. I would love it if they could have the Hall of Fame on a Saturday, but like they're doing WrestleMania night 1 that day. And hopefully it'll be the last time they're only 2 nights. I'm not saying WrestleMania should go back to 8 hours. How about you got fucking just do one night, fucking 4 hours like you used to back in the day, and then you could do a Hall of Fame on a Saturday. But what they should do, and like this is why I advocate about the Undertaker, is like he should probably be one of the only people, why not, or the only person to be inducted at WrestleMania. Why not? Like that would give people to give a fuck about WrestleMania. That would make people be intrigued. Just listening to The Undertaker. I bet you people will pay money just to see The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And it doesn't even matter, like, what. Just having him inducted in the Hall of Fame. Having him inducted in the Hall of Fame at WrestleMania would actually be pretty cool. You know, give him 30 minutes. Oh, but it's going to take away the time of the young guy. Who gives a shit? The young guys suck. If you have him inducted in the Hall of Fame, that would actually be something that people give a fuck about WrestleMania. You'll have Undertaker WrestleMania. That would be pretty cool. And then, you know, just give him like 30 minutes, have a good speech and whatever, you know, dress in this attire, you know. Because again, you like Undertaker, from what I'm understanding, and also WWE in general, they wanted to keep this guy in character looking, right? Why not have him in character, like, or just look, not like obviously talking in character. He doesn't need to talk like in his, you know, I take souls and, you know, he could just like come out like as usual attire and then just talk in a normal voice. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's my thoughts, and that's what I think that should happen in WrestleMania. Or just as an induction, but knowing WWE, they're gonna do a Hall of Fame ceremony. But again, like, how are you gonna make this? Like, you should plan this prior and better. Like, if you're gonna do it. But I do think Undertaker, why not? For his sake, why not him be the only inductee of this year's Hall of Fame, and not and have his induction at WrestleMania? I think that's what should happen, and that would be pretty cool. And it gives you a reason to watch WrestleMania even, and yeah. I think why not have night one, WrestleMania Saturday as they call it, you know. So and I'll be something to give a fuck to watch WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania night two you could do like the big matches and whatever. But obviously, like, yeah, I'm not saying you should not do any matches at WrestleMania. You should have like a big match there, but also have Undertaker, and then you could have like, I don't know, a big match like Reigns versus Lesnar at night two and all that other stuff. Okay, or some dream matches, something to be people care about both shows. But definitely night one, what would make people care a fuck on night one? Just having Undertaker being the inductee. Why not? That's my thoughts. I think that I'm just keeping it real. Hopefully that's good stuff. Drink your clothes, magnificent. Aspire bitches go oh shit, because who doesn't love the fucking Undertaker? Even chicks love the Undertaker, dude. Jeez. He'll take the virginity and take their souls too, you know what I mean there? Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.